In your reading notebooks, I want you to put at the top, reading is thinking. We need to talk about what makes really great readers. Because when you come to fifth grade, when you come to me as a reader, I know that we all have different levels, but we can all read. And when we're here, you have to realize now it's more than just saying the words on a page. Reading is the most humongous, giant, multitask event that you do all day. Because when you read, you are actually doing all these things at once. And so we're going to talk about each one at a time. And so at the top, I want you to write reading is thinking. And then we are going to talk about each of these things our reader is thinking about. All right. So I drew these thought bubbles. I drew 6. And you can go ahead and draw these. We're not going to talk about each one today, so we're going to know where this is in our notebook, and we're going to keep coming back to it and filling it in, okay? So, the first thing I want to talk to you about is that when you read, you should be making connections. A good reader makes connections. You connect, you make, I'm going to write this in here, you make connections connections between what you read with, well, lots of things. For example, we're reading a book right now called Out of My Mind. It's a book whose main character is physically disabled and unable to talk. Now, I can make connections in several ways. One, maybe to my life. Maybe I know someone that is very much like Melody, or maybe I know other characters. So while I'm reading, maybe I know a doctor that's really mean, like the one we read about. So I'm making connections to real life. But I can also make connections with other things I've read. I might be reading this book and think, this really reminds me a lot of the book Freak the Mighty and something that happened in there. I'm making connections with my own life. I'm making connections with my books. And I might actually be making connections with the world. So as I'm reading about how people are mistreating Melody, it makes me, did I see something like that actually happen in the world around us? So are you making the connections to the things in your life or in the world around you, or other things that you've read or seen? So today, when you read, I want you to make connections as you read, and it'll help you become a better reader. And each day we will visit each one of these until we've completed this, and we know that we're doing all these things while we're reading.